Is anyone surprised here? Because I'm not. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the Coachella and Stagecoach music festivals, both removing any kind of virus protocol. So that means there will be no vax mandate, no mask mandate. There will also be no proof of negative test mandate. So if you go to Coachella, if you go to Stagecoach, then that's on you. Whatever happens, happens. As long as there ain't nothing illegal, that's a whole different story. But if you catch the bug, then that is your choice that you made. And I'm cool with that. I think most people are cool with that, okay? If you think that a concert with that many people is too dangerous to go for a variety of reasons, because, you know, there's more than the bug that's out there that can get you, okay? Remember the whole thing with Astroworld with Travis Scott where it was like 10 people that got trampled, and I'm not sure how many died. Well, I think it was more than that got trampled, but there were quite a few deaths, quite a few injuries. It was a whole big mess. I don't think at that point, I don't think the biggest concern was, oh, do I have the bug? I think it was, am I going to be able to leave here all my life and not get stomped to death in this crazy, ridiculous crowd? That was the whole point. So I think there are other risks involved going to a big concert like Coachella, Stagecoach, or whatever. Now, these events are going to be in California, and California is weird. Okay, California is very strange, and I think politics locally may have influenced their decision. Matter of fact, I know it did, because I think the outdoor and indoor mask mandates have been lifted in California like today, which is Wednesday, February 16th, actually 2022. It might have been Tuesday on the 15th, but regardless of what, I think they've been lifted. But again, California is weird because the mask mandates are still in place for schools. So little kids are still wearing masks for some reason. The CDC came out and said that the masks don't work. These little kids, Paw Patrol and Powder Puff Girls or whatever they're watching nowadays, these masks aren't doing a thing. They are facial decorations, just like wearing a t-shirt with your favorite logo on it. It's the same thing for your face. The same fabric is right there. It's right there. There's no purpose other than just kids not being able to communicate properly. They can't really read your lips and read facial expressions. And they're getting all kind of rashes from the schmutz up under their mask that they're wearing all day because kids are gross. That's what they do. Okay, it's not doing anything beneficial. Maybe it's harming them, but it's not doing anything that's very helpful. But I'm getting triggered, so I digress. The whole point is that I think the mask mandate is still in place for schools, at least for about 2 weeks, and then that could change. But as far as others, for the most part, it's not. Except for if you are unvaccinated, which I don't know how they're going to enforce that. It's like, okay, if I'm outside and I'm eating some Whataburger or In-N-Out Burger, whatever they got on the left coast, California, am I going to get approached by an officer talking about, hey, are you vaxxed? Because, I mean, if they're going to do that, how about approaching the dope fiend over there in this homeless encampment? How about approaching them in them 85 tents full of garbage and feces and whatever? Approach them talking about, hey, you mind not cooking your meth out here in public right next to this public library? Maybe you want to do that. I don't think they're doing that like they should be. So how about don't approach me when I'm outside eating my hamburger with no mask on? Just maybe, but again, I'll move on. The whole point is that there's going to be none of these virus protocols at these music festivals. Now, I'm seeing some kind of ridiculous reactions. Well, I won't say ridiculous, just kind of interesting reactions to this. Most normal people, regular, everyday normies like you and I, were saying, you know what, this is a great thing. This is fantastic. There should be no mandates. It shouldn't be a thing at all. You should be able to just go to a concert if you want, enjoy yourself, have a good time. Don't do these things that don't work anyway, okay? If you're going to have a concert like that, have the concert. Don't have all these roadblocks and restrictions and whatnot in the way. The most important thing should be your physical safety, meaning you shouldn't be getting robbed and shot and beat up and things of that nature or trampled like I was talking about earlier. That should be the main thing. But as far as disease or a virus that's spreading through the air, how are you going to stop that? I mean, is there going to be some kind of campaign to stop the common cold or the flu? If not, why are we talking about this thing? The Omarion is the most prevalent variant, so What it be doing? The Omarion, they say, is like not even really a big deal for the most part, unless you're like 1,000 pounds, baby grand piano, Volkswagen Jetta, or you are approaching the century mark in your age. Generally, I'm not saying all the time, but that's generally how this virus operates, and it's been like that from the start. And like I said, the Omarion is much less deadly, so what do you be doing? Okay, but again, I move on. So this is a good idea, but some people don't like it. I saw a group of kids protesting somewhere. It might have been in Left Coast, California, probably. This is where these kind of things happen. But these kids, college kids, they were talking about reinstate the mask mandate. I'm like, why? If your mask works, see, the thing about it is, this is not a ban on masks. Nobody's saying you can't wear a mask. We're just saying that it's not going to be a mandate. So if you want to go to Coachella and you want to feel safe, okay, you're going to be in a mosh pit full of about 1,000 people, sweaty, stinking like a whole barn, right? You're going to be in the mix of that with all kind of schmutz and sweat and slobber and everything on you. But you got your mask on. You feel great. Okay, cool. That's your prerogative. Go for it. You are super safe. None of the other lookers on your body are going to do any damage to you. Okay, being out there in the desert and the heat won't do a thing to you. But your mask, that'll do everything for you. Great. If you feel like that, then go for it. Knock them out. But it should be a choice. And it is a choice. You can wear it if you want to. People still say you should reinstate the mask mandate. But I'm like, again, if you want to wear it, go wear it. And if you're wearing it, doesn't it protect you? Okay, either it protects you or it doesn't. I mean, if your mask works, then why must I wear mine? Okay, you got the N95, you got the spacesuit or whatever. Why must I wear mine for yours to work? If you have on a spacesuit and you're on the moon, right, allegedly, and you need a spacesuit to be able to breathe oxygen, must I have mine on for your suit to work? Either it works or it doesn't. Okay, you see in these graphics talking about like the levels of protection, just ridiculous made up stuff, talking about the cloth mask, as the CDC says, is now 0%. Ain't nothing but just a t-shirt on your face that does no good. They say 0% protection for the cloth mask. But then they say for the N95, if one person has it on, it's like 70% or 80%, some kind of made up number. But if you have two of them on, then it goes to 100%. So how about if you have more than two people? Does the effectiveness rise as a result? You see what I'm saying? If it's one person and it's 70%, and it's two with the mask on, then it's 100. Then how about it's so ridiculous. They're trying to make it seem like if you're talking to somebody or near someone without a mask on, you have yours on, it's gonna make it less effective. It's totally dumb. And I think that they are pretty much through with it. They're trying to get this money. And they realized that at the previous concerts where they tried to do this whole thing, it didn't even work. It's just like when you go into places around the country that have these mask and vax mandates, you got to ask yourself, who's really checking? Okay, you go into Dunkin' Donuts, is there going to be some guy at the door, like a nurse or a doctor, checking your pulse, seeing your temperature and all that kind of stuff? Is that really going on? Or are they going to check, see if you got a mask on? I got my temperature checked one time going into a place. I think it was one time going somewhere, and that was to get a virus test. Just one time. Okay, because I got an alien family member or something like that. That's the only reason why I did that. One time. Anywhere else, it could be signed out front. Do you have any symptoms? Ain't nobody checking for that. Don't nobody care. You think a 16-year-old working at the counter really cares about that? All they're trying to do is stay at the counter, collect your money, give you the right change back, and go home. That's it. They don't care about any of that stuff. And I think people are starting to realize that. So they're moving away from how we're doing things. Very simple. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to Coachella. I don't know what's going on with the bands. I'm listening to old music for 20 years ago. I don't know what the cool kids are on nowadays. So if you were to ask me, hey, ABL, do you want to go to Coachella? Nah, because I'm not into environments where you pretty much elbow to elbow with everybody and they spitting and slobbing and sweating on you, I'm cool. I don't want that type of. That's a little bit too close for me. I like going and being a little bit social, but not that social. That's a little bit too social for my taste, for my particular thing I got going on. So I'm not really cool on that. The music ain't really for me. As Stagecoach, I don't know what's going on there. I'm not a big country music guy either. I'd rather would just go to like a more laid back place with some kind of older music from my generation. Not really what's going on nowadays with the youngins, all the pill popping, and I'm cool on that. So no, I don't want to go for that reason. Not because I'm afraid of the virus. Ever since the virus first popped, I've been on the move. Like I was in LA in March 2020 when the virus first hit. People were wearing head wraps on their face, T-shirts, plastic bags, whatever they could find. Whatever they could find. And I travel a little bit, and I've never seen the airport bathroom so packed with hand washers. Never in my life. Which makes me think, did you wash your hands before? So you go to the airport restroom, doo-doo, and walk away? Is that what we doing? I think that is probably the bigger issue other than the bug. So I'm glad the bug cleared that up. But as far as any kind of fear of the virus, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not a fool. I'm not going to do stupid things. But at the same time, I don't live my life in fear, and neither should you. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about Coachella and Stagecoach removing any kind of virus protocol? Is it a good thing, bad thing? Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at with it. I think this is a great thing. You should have freedom. If you want to wear a mask, if you want to do that for yourself, then go for it. Ain't nobody trying to stop you, okay? But I don't want to wear it, and I have my point of view. Someone else has theirs. That's the way it should be in America. We should be able to get along on that, find some kind of common ground to be able to talk on. But don't infringe on my rights. I want to infringe on yours, and we're good to go. We're copacetic. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.